invite you for an arrangement here. Hold on a second. I gotta do this delicately. By the way, this is not an altar. That's not what this is. You might want to call it a utility bench. There's actually very practical matters afoot here. Don't worry, I'll introduce you appropriately. Let me sit down. First, I have to put the hat on. The hat's mine. It is now, at least. Look at that. You like the hat? I like it myself. Indication. Yes. Appropriately. Well. This table I have here is a table I set for my friends when they return. At least I think they might be my friends. I would have called them comrades. Whether I would have done so sardonically or sincerely, I can't really say. They reminded me of some people I met once. I was very much hoping to develop more comradely relations with them. Whether I meant it sincerely or sardonically, it's hard to say. Let me show you first. The first thing that was on this table is this candle. Do you like it? It's been used, but it smells very nice. It is one of those candles that has the 3 wicks. I love those kind of candles. You know it's made in El Salvador. Did you know that? I intend to use this wax very soon, just so you know. That's why I need so much of it. But in the meantime, I have other things upon this table. The first thing that was put on this table with the candle wax was this can of coffee. I had coffee with Clarence Thomas in New Orleans at a point in time. We don't really talk about it these days. It was for about a month. He and I went down to New Orleans in order to regroup. It was one of those trans-historical things. At some point in time in the past, Clarence Thomas and I knew each other. We had reason to go to New Orleans as a form of retreat so we could regroup and do what we needed to do. He went somewhere other than I did. But he's on the table here, and has been this whole time. The next things that were put on the table were these. Perhaps you've seen these before. There's 3 of them. Look at this. Now, the character I was in that day is not the same as the one now. No. He was more officious, serious. He didn't have humor about him like this. It's a little dust on the tops. Still unopened, by the way. I wouldn't dare do such a thing. Why would I take my comrade's container and open it up and use it for myself, even if it does have this nice charcoal about it? And of course, it was with this. The Blue Masque! Ooh! In Francais. These 3 have been together for a while. But what I may not have told you about is that other things were acquired even more recently, at a very strategic time. It wasn't enough just to have the facial toner. This is what you do to clean off the smut. Apparently, by the time I got these, there was smut. But by the time I got these, there had been plenty of removal of smut, right? We don't have to worry about that. And look what the people provided. This lovely moisturizing, hydrating moisturizer. Brightening. 1 for each of my comrades. Can you believe that? This was the will of the people. They didn't want them to remain cloistered away with all that soot on their face. They wanted them in a bright, glowing hydration. Not under the lake. No, not that kind of hydration. We're talking about being beautied, not beautified. Beautied, so that when they present themselves, it's appreciated. Don't you agree? Why else would they give me 1 for each of them? Especially after all the ordeals we've went through together. You don't agree? Well, what else was given, though? It's not just enough that they look good. The inner like the outer like the inner. There were also the sandwich bags. Now, I did not keep the sandwiches. I apologize. I don't do that. But I kept the juice. 1 for each of them. Look at that. 1 for each of them. 1 for each of them. And not only that, just in case, part of the emergency rations kits. This, but snacks, nutritious snacks. dehydrated. See, they want the faces hydrated, the fruit dehydrated for easy travel. It makes sense. All this other nonsense doesn't make sense. I think the problem is there hasn't been effective communication. We don't understand the priorities because there's so much misrepresentation. All you have to do is understand the fruit needs to be dehydrated so that it's able to be packaged, transported, made available. You don't have to worry so much about time and temperature controls, which may create some sort of unnecessary risk, including if you have to deal with any, shall we say, volatility in the markets through which you're traveling on the way to your destination. You keep the fruit dehydrated. But you make sure that the beauty products are appropriately applied. Why would you just give out something this nice and good to somebody you expected to leave in a jail or a dungeon, homeless on the street in a gutter, sleeping out in the middle of the woods with nobody to talk to, maybe holed up in an abandoned building, maybe having to break into a building so that they can get out of the elements or flee some sort of organized crime cartel that's been following them around from place to place. You don't give that. You don't give this to those kind of people. You give this to people you appreciate. You give this to people who have done something and that you want to see be successful. Am I wrong? Did you not enjoy the color scheme? Now, what if you have political differences with these people? Like I said, they could have been my comrades. Or would they? Would I have wanted to see them ousted from office? Would I have wanted to see them arrested, convicted, and prosecuted for their crimes so that then, instead of them getting this, we got it? That we would get our own lives? That we would get our own contributions? That we would get our own representatives? Oh, is that the point? Then why kidnap them? Why kidnap them and make a macabre ceremony, or trying to go for some sort of nostalgia that nobody wants to own up to? That's what I mean. I'm not sure if I'd call them comrades sardonically or sincerely. I have it in me to be sincere, you know. I really do. But it just doesn't seem like there's much opportunity. Your New Orleans is not my New Orleans.